Hello, how are you? My name's Georgina. Are you doing okay today? I know you are. So, what we're talking about today is, I am, and I hope that you'll get some thoughts while you're listening to this. And what I want to talk to you about today is relationship therapy or coaching or just working on your relationship. And a lot of us do that or think that that's the only thing to do when the relationship is crap, when shit has come up, the whole world has exploded, you're thinking about leaving each other, and you're at that point where very little can be done, except really going through the hardships of unraveling this whole thing. And you know what? I'm here to ask you, please, 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 why not work on the relationship when it's in a good place? And I know that sounds strange to people because you're thinking, well, we're in a good place, so what would we be working on? Well, actually, it is a fabulous place to be in, because when you're feeling strong together as a couple or as a friendship, a relationship is many things. So whether that be with your folks, with your parents, with your family, with a love relationship or a romantic relationship, whatever you want to call it, or a deep friendship, a colleague, where you're in a really good place, that's the moment to really discuss, so how are we going to deal with shit when it comes up? What are the ways that you like to approach this? What, if we have an argument, how are we going to, what is my general pattern, and do you know about it? And what do I need you to understand about the way that I handle these kinds of things? And so that's one of the things to really, really work on beforehand. And so then when it does come up, what happens is that you both know the patterns and you understand what is happening with the other person. And so it is easier to relate to each other. It is easier to, and it's still going to be tough, but easier as in you feel like you are a bit more prepared for these moments and these times. And so you will not be taken aback by something because you've already discussed and probably you know yourself. So you probably know how you deal with conflict or emotions that arise and that are kind of difficult for you to deal with. And so having this discussion beforehand and when you're already in a happy place, that's really, really useful. And it really sets you up for long-term success. Because a lot of us are feeling, okay, we're happy now, so that's a good place. But that doesn't mean that life isn't going to happen. And so why not work on the tools that you need to keep this relationship going and to be able to support each other through and through. Because here's another thing that you might want to be working on, is that when you're in a nice place and when you're feeling really connected to this person, that's also when you feel the safety and the security to talk about your demons. And I'm talking about your dark places and where are your dark thoughts and your deep-seated beliefs that you're struggling with. What are the things that you're afraid of? And this is the moment to be talking about that, to be able to share that with the other person in this relationship with, and to also feel that deepness, that there's this new layer that your connection can have because you are able to share this, because you have this trust and this loving place for this stuff to land. So talk about your demons. Talk about what conflict will bring. Learn to address the problems before they actually arrive. And you know what? And I also think that another thing to really work on is creating this safe and loving space and setting up maybe a ritual or a space in your home or some words that you can give each other and say, okay, I need to go to our safe place, our our conscious place here. And this is a moment where you can say, okay, we build in these little threads of cues to each other where we say, I need to get to this safety and this place to reconnect with you. And I need to have a moment where I meet you again because I feel that we're not connecting as we used to. And from a loving place, this is a really, really good place to have this discussion, to express and explore together what this safe ritual and this conscious loving space might look like. And now I know that sounds really conceptual, but it could be as simple as saying, okay, baby, so when I say I need to, I feel like I need to have a moment where I get to really see you again. And that could be your cue word, and you both agree that this is a cue that you're saying something is happening and we're crossing paths and we're not, I don't feel like we are on the same page anymore. And then the next thing you will agree, okay, that means that you will then take out your diaries and you will set a time for both of you to clear your minds, clear your schedules, get together, and either that be date night, or it could be creating a beautiful space in your bedroom or the study or the lounge. But if you have kids, you probably don't want to be disturbed, and you might want to sit across from each other and just listen to whatever is in the other person's heart, and have a little ritual that way. And then also be really aware that you want to close the ritual. So you want to be able to say, okay, have we shared? Do we feel like we are? And so does that mean we need to agree on some new rules or intentions? So what's the next step? Or was just sharing this enough for you and for me? And where am I feeling right now? And I know I'm saying where as in your physical being, in your heart of hearts, in your soul connection. Are you on that same page again? Or what is the work that still needs to be done to get there? And have you agreed on that? Have you set a timeline for that? So these are all the kinds of things that you could be working on when you're still in a good place, where the relationship is going well, and it's not about thinking about leaving or somebody has strayed and gone somewhere else. No, this is the stuff you work on when a relationship and the intention of the relationship is to be together for a very long, long time, to be in each other's lives for as long as you can imagine at this moment. And again, I'm going to repeat, that doesn't just hold true for romantic relationships. I think that this is a beautiful thing to also do with close friends, with people that are really important to you in your life. Okay, I've nagged on for too long. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you will sit down with these special people in your life and give them a big hug and say, I love you today. I know, not say I love you today, but today, take the moment and give them a hug to say I love you. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.